Hello guys. In this video we will look at the team's performance in the season so far. As you remember from the last video, I told you that we were underdogs in our league group. We had the weakest team and I was not planning on hiring any players to strengthen the squad. Therefore, I was very pessimistic about our results. Then I decided to set a very defensive formation and hope for the best. I changed it a couple of times, but let me show you this first one. I'm in the assistant manager to show you the formations. Initially, this was the best I thought I could do with the players I had in hand. I considered making it more defensive, like this, but I would get only half a point in defending and lose a full point in the midfield. Then the other option seemed better to me. Also, I decided to play long balls. I didn't have a good forward to do that. Look at the forward I had to use. He has very low heading. Really not good to play long balls. But since I had no connection to the attacking line and the weak midfield, this seemed to be the best option for me. With this formation, we played 5 matches. Let me quickly show them to you. In this first match, we can see that the opponent has a considerably stronger team. He has a higher I5. He has better players. These are our players. These are his players. So we are expected to lose here. But somehow we won. As you can see here, the result. In the statistics, we see it was a kind of even match. The opponent had a player sent off in the end, but our goal was scored at the beginning by our striker. And if you check down here, the goal came from a long ball play. Okay, there was a pass from this defensive midfielder, and our forward scored. So the tactics worked in this first match. I was surprised from this result. I even felt that maybe we could hope for something good in the season, but the next match was not so good. Let's see. Once more, you're gonna see that the opponent is stronger, and much stronger than our previous opponents. It's gonna happen frequently. We are playing against a stronger opponent, since we are one of the weakest. And this time, unfortunately, you see that the opponent scored already. And if you go to the end, you see that we were very badly defeated. We couldn't get a single shot on goal. Okay, 4-0. Bad result for us. I wasn't happy, but it seems like a normal result. The opponent's much stronger. Then we have this third match. Once more, we are the weakest side. And in the end, the final result, we lost once more. But this time the score was tight, even though the opponent took full control of the match. Okay, at least we could give some shots. And our goalkeeper made a very good match, conceded only once in 8 attempts. This is the fourth match. You can see the teams and the result. Once more we lost. 4-0 again. Quite bad, no? Then the next match, the fifth, we had a player injured at the beginning of the match. The opponent is stronger again, but this opponent is similar to the first opponent we faced. It's weaker than our 3 other opponents. But in the end, we lost once more. Again 1-0. We made a better match, but we still lost. Due to these 4 consecutive bad results, I decided to change things a bit. Also because I hired this player, not to strengthen the team, but just to make profit as part of my sell to agent strategy. Because sometimes we get useful players. This was the case. And he's Italian, so great, I could even save a foreign spot. I did this. I decided to decrease the penalty I was getting in the attacking line. but I kept the attacking style as long balls. With this new formation, I played the next match. We see that the opponent is stronger, as usual, considerably stronger, in fact. And in the end, we lost once again, and our team was completely dominated. I decreased the attacking penalty, but the production in that region was extremely low, only one shot. For the next matches, I changed the formation again. I wanted to try this one for a couple more matches, but I had to sell one of the most important players on my first lineup. This guy. He's not a great player, as you can see, but he was playing well, as you can see through his average rating. I sold him at agent price, that's why you see no club here and no information on this site. He is the player who gave the assist to our first goal of the season. I sold him because it was time to, following my sell to agent strategy. Then I tried to make something different. I used my creativity and the fact that my best options for players were on the sides. I set the formation like this. It doesn't look so good, right? But you see that my penalties are okay, and I have 2 points on defending. That's what I could build with the best players I had in hand. Since I had 3 players on the left side, I told my team to play through that zone. I focused our game on the left side. In case you are getting a bit confused with all these tactics, check the playlist in which I explain each of these concepts. It's in the cards for you. With this new formation, I played the next 3 matches. In this one, I actually didn't play the focus on the left side yet. I forgot to do that. I only applied this idea in the next match. As usual, we are weaker, but this team is not among the strongest of our group. And the final result, once more a loss. We got some shots, but we were still dominated. We had higher ball possession though. The second match with that formation was this one. Okay, stronger opponent as usual. And the result, another defeat. 2-0 this time. Not even ball possession we got better. And the third match was this one, in which this may be the strongest opponent we faced up to the moment. And we lost once more, 4-0. Okay, better than some of our matches, but still a heavy defeat. After this match, I lost one more important player who I had to sell. He was sold at agent's price as well, that's why the page looks a bit weird, like the previous guy. He was kinda good, see, for my level, of course. Due to this, I had to change my formation once again. Also, the team was not playing well, so I wanted to change it anyway. Although I lost that guy, I bought these other 2. Interesting pieces that can be useful to me. I had no defensive midfielder available, then I decided to play like this. Quite creative, no? I kept the attacking style as long balls, and now I focus the plays to the right side, as I have 3 players there. After that, we played 2 more matches, the last ones in this video. The opponent is stronger, as usual, considerably stronger in fact, and the result is another defeat, 4-0 again. It's becoming a common result for us. Okay, not a good match, no good production. Let's see the next one. This is the last match of the video. I kept the formation, I'm playing against a stronger team, and this time the opponent will have a penalty to score the first goal. Let's just wait for a bit to see if that's the case. I think I didn't even check how the opponent scored each of his goals. But probably this one was a goal. Yeah, 1-0 for the opponent. In this match, we simply had our worst loss in the season, 7-0 for the opponent. Complete domination. And he was not so stronger. Okay, he was much stronger than us, but he's not among the strongest opponents we faced. Maybe this formation was really not a good idea. We got quite unlucky too. We had two players injured. It must have affected the game for us to get such a bad result. And for the next matches, anyway, I have to change the formation. I may have to change. I could try to keep this, but it's clearly not working, and I'm going to lose two important players. This one, as you can see, he's on the transfer list. He's gonna be sold tomorrow. He's one of my best players at the moment. And this one, who's a goalkeeper. So he doesn't interfere anything in the formation, but he is my first goalkeeper. I will have to use the one who's usually a sub. I think I returned to something close to what we had at the beginning. This formation, remember? The first one I used in the season. We were still losing, but at least we had some 1-0 losses. You remember that I played the first 5 matches with this formation? And in these ones, we won one of the matches and we lost two for 1-0. After that, all of the other matches we lost for at least 2 goal difference. After all these bad results, you may think we are in the last position. You thought that, right? But let's check the league table. You can see that it's not true. We are not in the last position. We are one position ahead of that. Someone managed to be worse than us. It's very bad, but let's be honest. We are at the place we should be. Look at the R5 table. Our team is very weak, one of the weakest in the group, so I cannot hope to fight for better positions. Let's see what happens in the next rounds. I'll try to keep my creativity alive and continue making the best teams I can with the players available. Who knows, maybe we get better luck in the second half of the season. Dreaming is always allowed. That's all for this video, guys. If you have questions, write them down below. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. See you soon.